Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today we've got a product from Tomameri. This is their MP4 player. This is a 16 gigabyte version. You can get this guy on Amazon at the time of this video for $21.99. They offer a ton of different colors. I got a black one here. I believe there's a silver, there's an orange, there's a blue, there's a bunch of them. You can check those out on Amazon. You'll have that link below. So it's an MP4 multimedia player, MP4 player, MP3 player, a voice recorder, photo viewer, ebook reader, USB flash disk, and what they don't mention on here is also FM radio as well. So let's get into this guy and show you what comes in the box. This guy's an interesting little device. This would be something that would be worth taking to the gym, you know, because it's light and it's compact. And, you know, if you didn't want to be weighted down or have your phone with you, you can see it's very thin. It looks like reminiscent of an older iPod type setup. It is a plastic casing, so be wary of that. On the top, you have a dedicated on-off switch. You do have your SD card, micro SD card. They do give you a 16 gigabyte micro SD card here. So again, for a $21.99 price point, you're getting a 16 gigabyte card out of it as well. You can switch those cards out. I do not know what the top capacity is on this guy. They do not list it. If I get an answer, I'll have that in the link below, or the description below. And I do not know what the full milliamp is on the rechargeable battery in here. Now, I did use this in testing for several hours at a time, each time, and didn't have any problems running out of battery. But if I can get an answer from them, I will put that down below. It seems to be a non-issue on this unit though. On the bottom, you've got your USB. This is a mini USB, not a micro USB, so it's the older style, a little bit bigger. Your microphone in the middle here for taking voice notes, and your headphone jack, your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is right here as well. So you've got all that on the bottom. So we will get to that in just a second. They do give you these earbuds. They're reminiscent of the old iPhone or iPod earbuds. They don't have any, you know, obviously microphone in them or anything like that. They're just for listening to music, and they are decent. They work, and they actually come with the unit, so that's an actual plus as well for that $21.99 price point. Again, you'll have your sync cable here and charge cable. You can charge right from a laptop or PC, or even an AC wall adapter to USB. If you want to sync files, you'll just hook this guy into your PC or laptop, hook this into the unit. It is that older style mini USB, and then you'll just drag and drop files right to it like it's a flash drive. So very easy to do. They give you a little manual here that'll go over, it's a couple different languages. We'll go over a couple of the things that it can do here. Music, again, it supports APE, FLAC, and MP3 files, so you can drag and drop those in. The video down here, it has to be an AMV video format. So if you have AVI or MP4 files, you may have to do some encoding or re-encoding to get them into AMV format to play. The voice recorder function is built in here again with that microphone on the bottom, so that you can do voice dictation if you need to leave yourself a note or something like that. So that's very cool. FM radio, again, you'll need to use your earbuds as a antenna, but when you do, it works very well. I'll show you guys that as well. Photos, it will support pictures in JPEG format, so you can put photos on here and you can share them with other people. Your setup menu, I'll go over that when I show you guys the unit itself. And then the ebook reader is it reads text files, TXT files. So if you have them in EPUB or PDF, you're going to have to kind of redo them into text or convert them into text files, and they are readable at that point. They do have a troubleshooting guide on here as well. So they've got all of this right here. I would hold on to that, obviously, just because getting used to the menu and the button selections is a little difficult. It took me a couple, you know, this middle is not a select, this middle is a power button. So if I have this in the on position like I do right now and I hold this down, it will turn the unit on. So a lot of times I try to use that as a selection button and I end up turning off the device. So I apologize ahead of time if I do that during the review. So as you can see, here's our main menu. You've got music, you've got your battery indicator at the top here, and then we'll cycle through to video, and I will show you, I believe I can use menu to select that, and I did, and I will do that again, and I will go down to card, or up to card folder, and then I will go down to the demo AMV that they have. Oops. There we go. So as you can see, this is the AMV, and I'm getting a little bit of a glare from the overhead light there, but it's not bad quality at all. This is the video is very good when you're looking directly at the screen. Now you do lose some when you turn it, it'll wash out at a certain angle, and but when you're looking at it and it's such a small device, you're not going to be really looking at this with a bunch of different people or anything. The actual video itself is not bad quality, so they did a fairly decent job on the video player portion of this device, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go back to I'll play it again. I'll leave. Back to the menu. Okay, you long press to get back to the main menu. Video, and then record for your voice recorder. Again, you have a microphone on the bottom. FM radio, we can put our headphones in the bottom, and we can actually use this FM radio. See if I can. So I'm on 93.3 right now out here in Philadelphia suburbs, and it comes through no problem. So as you can see, you can obviously adjust your volume just by hitting the volume button and then using the left and right arrow keys to change your volume up and down as you would like. So you've got that. Take that out, and we will long press our menu to get back to our main menu here. You also have pictures, so we'll check that out really quickly. Now we've got, there we go, card folder. And you can look at the JPEG. There's a little waterfall they put on here. Again, not a bad quality. Does get kind of washed out when you do when you go angles. Mostly horizontal angles. The vertical angles aren't so bad, but serviceable, definitely passable as a JPEG player as well. So if you need to do that, you can. System settings, and then your text. So they actually have this guy set up. There's a Dog's Tale by Mark Twain on here, so let's see if I can get that. So there you go. You've got this in text format, and you can actually read through it. I don't know if I haven't really messed with this one too much, but you can go through back and forward through pages, and you can read through the ebook. You don't really get too many. You can put bookmarks in, but you don't really get any resizing or anything for it. But then, again, it does it as long as it's in TXT format, so that's awesome too. Let's exit out of this. Go back. I'm going to go back and show you some of the system settings. There's some stuff here. You can set your system time, your LCD settings. They don't really give you too much to change in there. Your language, if you want, you can check out the language. You have English, Japanese, Korean, French, German, Italian, Dutch, Portuguese, and Spanish. So they've got a bunch of those in there for you if you need them. You've got, you can power it off. You can check how much memory is left in your drive. So if you're in the little card that you have in here, obviously we have a 16 gigabyte card. We're going to have close to that. Your firmware revision. So let's take a look at that real quick. There's our firmware revision as of 7/27/2015. So it's fairly up to date. I could check with them and find out if there's an update for it. Let's see. They do have a firmware upgrade here. We can go into that real quick. Oops, I bounced out of it. So let's go back down really quickly. And then your key tone, so every time you press the key, how loud that is. We can check that out real quickly as well. And then you can exit out. Not letting me into firmware upgrade, so I'll have to check into that for you guys. But as far as I know, that's a fairly, there hasn't been any upgrades to this, but I will send an email off to him and ask him about the firmware upgrades. So anyway, this was just a basic overview of this guy. Again, they did a great job on this for a for such a cheap price. You kind of can't beat it. This would be great for taking to the gym. You know, it's very lightweight. It is made out of plastic, so beware of that. But you're only paying $22 for it, and it you know, does a heck of a lot of features for something at a great price point. I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you guys have any comments or questions about this guy, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please like and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.